actually on time.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Welcome. We have something to say with Kenneth live and Leonard Watkins. Kenneth had the floor to himself last week. He did a reasonably good job. Shit, I didn't know he could talk that goddamn much. Lord have mercy. But he did a good job of talking and commenting. I was impressed with you, son. Impressed with you. Good job. Good job, son. Good job.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna start this off early. I asked Kenneth how he was doing.
Early. It's 10 o'clock.
I asked Kenneth off the air how he was doing. Did I ask you how you were doing, or I just jumped into my rant?
You jumped into your rant.
Okay, well, shit. Might as well continue that rant. I woke up this morning thinking about Leonard Kenner's son. His son that's in the military. That's what I woke up this morning thinking about. Because after the confirmation vote last year, I thought about Leonard Kenner's son, who just joined the military, just got back from a deployment, a young African-American soldier. And I thought about how our apathy has put him in a fucked up position. Now you got this knucklehead who's going to be loyal to this other knucklehead who's talking about firing all the generals based on DEI, and been telling you this for the damn last year that they're coming for straight for the community, who's going to put in other generals that thinks like him. And those generals are going to trickle down with their lieutenants. You know the structure better than I do, Kenneth. So if I get it wrong, don't chew me out. From the second and third star generals all the way down to the lieutenants, to the captains, to the majors, to the sergeants. And you just made it harder for Leonard Kenner's son, a young man, to move up the ranks. And anybody that don't believe that, you're a fucking fool. That's what I woke up today. I also woke up today because I sent out a little thing, and I've been on these Morehouse sites, and yeah, I'm gonna say it, and some niggas gonna get chair. I don't give a fuck right now, because ain't shit you can do to me, because you ain't got the balls. Thinking that black men have not led. We just talk shit. And now somebody like Leonard Kenner's son, who's going out to serve the country, who joined the military for different reasons, but who's probably brilliant, is going to have less opportunities to move up because of our fucking apathy. I'm hot. I'm hot. Because the black vote was down by minimum 8% this year. In every swing state, it was down. In every swing state, it was down. In some states where he gained ground, motherfuckers really looked at this lady and said, this dude, who is now in less than a week, rolling back every goddamn thing that Kenneth's mama fought for, my dad fought for, my mama fought for, my granddad went through shit for. Every is literally being wiped off the fucking books because of y'all sorry motherfuckers. Y'all scared. And all I've been saying all year is you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. And if you swimming out,
you hold on 1 second. You think they didn't vote because of fear?
No, I don't want to convolute the point.
Oh, okay.
The point is, just like you say all the time, I want to stick to a thing we always say. Like you always tell me, Leonard, I get out there on the corner to get people to vote and ask people to join me all the time. It's the apathy. That we didn't go out and we didn't, and whether you like it or not, we didn't convince enough people, particularly black men under 50.
But see,
in Georgia, no, this is numbers. This ain't something I'm making up. In Georgia, 400,000 less black people voted this time than they did in 2020. The majority of that were black men under 50. Registered voters. And we can make up every excuse Because I know you're going to come up with, not an excuse, I know you're going to come up with a good reason. But the results are the same. Because I trust you. I trust where your heart is. But the results are the same across the board.
Well, let's say this. First of all, I'm not making an excuse for it. I'm pissed about it too. And I've been saying it for the longest.
And be clear, I'm not talking about excuse because you don't make excuses. I'm saying you got
right.
justifiable reasons.
Oh no, I don't have a justifiable reason because I was pissed about it too. And the thing that I hate is the fact that you had black men talking about they have to specifically tell us what they want to do for us. When the motherfucker on the other side ain't said shit about black men. Ain't said a damn thing about helping black men. But you want the black woman to tell you specifically what she gonna do for you when your sorry ass ain't gonna vote in the first motherfucking place.
And you wonder why black women say they don't feel protected.
I mean, the whole thing, the whole narrative was a setup from beginning. These sorry motherfuckers wasn't gonna vote. They weren't gonna vote any motherfucking way.
So how
they sorry as shit. They think, the thing that pisses me off about our people, we are the ones that get catch the most hell when we have Republicans in office. Every day, if you look at, let's go in our lifetime, the ones we can remember.
In our lifetime,
Reagan, right? Yeah, in our lifetime. Since we've been of age, since we've been of age, Reagan, we got fucked. And I tell you how we got fucked. Well, some of us did anyway. Reagan cut out financial aid, cut it down. And that's when Reagan came in office around 1980. And I just read this the other day. I knew he did something fucked up with financial aid, but I didn't know the extent of it. The reason why we have student loans today and our people are in debt, people going to college are in so much debt, is because Reagan cut financial aid. And then the industry, the student loan industry took off from there because we still wanted education.
Took off.
Just took off. Simply because he did not want the government to help people look like me.
Right.
And that directly, and I've said this for years. I never said it on here, but I said this for years. The reason why I didn't graduate from Tuskegee was because my financial aid dropped from my first year to my second year. It dropped by a few $1,000s. I had to get a student loan to make up the rest of it. I had to do that. So that fucked up thing Reagan did. That's one thing. That's just off the top of my head.
That's
Reagan.
Just one. Right. That's just one. And we
every single Republican president that we've had since then, every time they're in office, the price of stuff goes up. Unemployment in the black community goes up. Gas prices go up. Food prices go up. The housing thing, the housing explosion that happened, that the housing bubble that burst, was during the second Bush administration.
Because he took off all the guardrails like the Volcker.
There you go. And who got fucked the most?
Because they didn't want your black ass to own homes.
Who got messed over the most?
Right.
Black people.
Black people.
Because they started giving us homes that we couldn't afford, $400,000 homes, and we only making $30,000 a year.
Now here go what people gonna say. Well, you didn't have to take that home, bro. When you trying to get a dream and they ain't giving it, and for the last 20, 30 years they ain't been making it easy, you're gonna take the easy route out and take your chance. But the point being, bro.
Let's go with this. And let's go with the next one with Trump. When Trump came in the first time, he the first 2 years lived off Obama's economy. Everything was good. Pandemic hit. Even if we take the pandemic out of it, his policies that he set in place was going to fuck us over anyway.
It's going to fuck us over.
And during the pandemic, he's telling people don't get the COVID shot. Guess who didn't get the COVID shot? Guess who died? Our people. All of this shit. And now, I'm going to tell you this, what this week is right here. This week we just had. It's fuck around and find out week. It's fuck around and find out week. It's straight up fuck around and find out. These stupid motherfuckers fucked around, and now they finding out that this piece of shit, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that because that's a stain on shit. That motherfucker over there, whose daddy should have worn a condom, and then we wouldn't have this problem, is fucking around y'all.
And y'all, and the vote was down. Black men, and I'm directing this directly at black men. And here's the thing, you know why? I almost would welcome it if somebody walked up to my door and said, "I don't like you talking about shit. At least I know you have the fucking balls." We done got to the point where we don't get out and do what we're supposed to do. And Don, I'm gonna address that. And we are where we are. Literally, I know Lanier Kenneth probably would trip out. Literally woke up, Lanier's son's face popped into my face, popped in my head. And I'm thinking, oh shit, I know somebody with a son that's in the military.
You know more than that.
Yeah, but this is somebody.
I can think of 2 other people we went to school with whose child has a child in the military.
Right. And he's a young fucking serviceman. What do y'all think is about to happen because of your apathy? Kenneth, I was talking about getting off Facebook. And then I had to start thinking, well, shit, I can't blame Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg sees what I see. I'm going to have to hedge my bets with my business because y'all ain't going to do shit. The Montgomery boycott took 13 months of black people being uncomfortable. They walked to work. They got pulled. They did car rides. They took horse and buggies. Y'all motherfuckers can't make Target field shit for a fucking week. You don't have the will because black men have not shown what the will is. You just don't. You don't want to be uncomfortable. You got $1.6 trillion of economic power. Why would you send your son to the University of Alabama when the legislature is saying that we don't give a fuck how much money he makes for us on the football field? He gonna be a nigga off of it. Why? How does that work for y'all selfish ass motherfuckers? What happened to the community?
Let's do something along the lines of what Don said. And I didn't read the article, but I got a phone call from the Remix last night. He said, Dad, they cutting out the program with the DOD. Now, those of you who don't know, my son's majoring in aerospace engineer. DOD has internships, and they have some specifically for HBCUs. They have HBCUs, internships for engineering through the DOD.
They didn't. Did they really?
And because of Trump's thing of cutting out DEI and anything that says minority in it, they think that my son is under the belief, and I kind of agree with him, that they're gonna cut out that program. They have a hiring freeze in the federal government, all over the government. Now, why the fuck would you have a hiring freeze? How is that helping the government? How's it helping the people having a hiring freeze? Because the people who were about to get these jobs, now they're unemployed. And guess what's going to happen? Unemployment's going to skyrocket. That's just in one fucking week.
Because
in 1 week.
Wait, let me give you the number. Because 18% of the federal workforce is black. 230,000 women, 197,000 men. 18%. We don't leave. And it's time to stop being nice with these niggas about it. I said this when Jamal Bowman lost. This is what I said. How in the hell did Jamal Bowman, who is a quintuple, what's the word I'm looking for? The perfect candidate for black people in New York. How the hell did he lose? Because y'all didn't come up to vote. He hip hop. He young. He a former principal. He's an educator. He's outspoken. Y'all didn't vote. You literally didn't take 2 hours to come out and vote for the man, and you mad at Jewish people for putting the money. Jews did what they were supposed to do. They looked after their best interests. Motherfuckers, that's what they supposed to do. And they see you not doing it, and they go, oh, shit. Just because you didn't go vote for Jamal Bowman?
And then they got rid of was it Corey?
Then you got rid of Corey. What's her name in St. Louis? Because you didn't show up and vote. College-educated black people. Let me say this: they ain't gonna like it. I don't give a fuck. Because you ain't coming to my house. If what I was about to say is about to say about the Crips or the Bloods, I would be very, very careful. You didn't get it. You forgot community. You're singular. You don't coalesce around any issue. I'm on a page with 100,000 black fathers, and I talked to the foundation. He said, "Man, I can't raise $1,000 for the foundation that they asked me to start." We are where we are because of us. I don't want to hear shit about white people because, as Kenneth and I said all the time, we say it every day. If we don't do what we're supposed to do to make sure our people vote in the 82 to 85% percentile of 34 million votes, we lose every fucking time.
There you go.
We can't afford to be in the 52%. So if you ain't a part of the solution, you're part of the problem.
Along the lines of what Don is saying here. Then they're telling people if you think somebody's a DEI hire, you need to go ahead and snitch. Now, this is the trip part about it. Because what this is creating an environment where you have people who don't like somebody, calling in and say, oh, they're a DEI hire. They're DEI. I don't like Kenny Lively. He's an asshole. He's always talking that black shit. This and that, black empowerment, this and that. So I don't like him. So I'm going to say he's a DEI hire. Despite the fact that I have 3 damn degrees, I'm a DEI hire. Despite the fact that I've been doing this job for 15 years and have an exemplary record, I'm a DEI hire. And that's what the hell is going to happen. You're going to have these racist-ass white people calling in on black people and Latino people and Native Americans and Asian people that they don't like and getting them fired. Because there is no criteria for this.
There ain't no criteria. Because
he said, just call in and tell us who's a DEI hire. They didn't say nothing else.
Right. Literally. And let me say, I want to address what Marion just said. That's what I'm talking about, Marion. They might be voting, but we can't afford to vote that 55% at 34 million. We got to be at least 25, 27, 28 million to affect the vote.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. And if you can't and the people that's supposed to be leading are the college educated people to say, let me get out in the goddamn fields. And I tell people all the time, James is a new friend of mine who I hit it off real well. I tell him all the time, he's a former New Jersey police officer. I said, bro, I talked to some of these young boys. You know what they say about us? Y'all don't do shit. Y'all let them punch us in the mouth and you don't do shit. So they don't listen. Because you done got comfortable. But guess what? Your comfort that now got you in a fucked up position.
Yep, all of you that had those government jobs.
Right. So not just government jobs, because government rules start applying to private sectors. What he is telling private companies, Stephen Miller, is you are going to drop those DEI programs or we are going to sue you, the government.
Oh, you know something? And something somebody said to me the other day. And they were talking about, I will go to Home Depot because Home Depot always gives a whole bunch of money to Donald Trump. So I said, I won't go to Home Depot. I go to Lowe's. And then somebody else, I don't know if it was that same person, somebody else mentioned Target instead of going to Walmart. Very next damn day, Lowe's and Target did the exact drop their DEI programs.
Can you blame them?
Very next day.
Can you blame them?
And the thing is about Target that pissed me off even more. Target had contracts with black entrepreneurs to sell their goods in their store. They had that. They had it set up. Hadn't been no problem. Hadn't bothered nobody. They just sell some black goods, some all black goods. Now they're talking about, nah, we're not going to do that no more.
Kenneth,
they're not going to do that anymore. So now you have black companies that have nothing to do with the government. Black corporations have nothing to do with the government, cutting out programs that benefited black people. So that's actually messing with black wealth. And you think this shit don't have anything to do with us? You must be out your motherfucking mind.
Harriet, I'm glad you said that.
You know what? We're doing a lot of goddamn cussing today.
Hey man, look,
I like that.
Look. I knew I was coming on. Some people call me and say, "Hey, what's your show today?" I said, "Bro, I don't know if this show you want to get on, because I'm gonna be cursing a lot, and I'm gonna piss off a lot of motherfuckers. I don't care. I really don't care, because y'all ain't gonna do shit. I'm not worried about it. You don't affect my business. You don't do me business, because you don't give no black folks business where you're supposed to. You goddamn ain't in my neighborhood. You goddamn want me to go tell Walmart, my neighborhood, to go fuck off. And I'm like, I'm about to tell Walmart to fuck off. They the only goddamn grocery store in my neighborhood, because you don't fucking shop over here. But you'll come in town and send all your motherfucking money over to Buckhead. All of it. Yeah, man. I don't give a damn if you man. I don't give a damn if you at Morehouse don't ever talk to me again. I want to see you doing the fucking work. When you come over here and you gotta take two little kids, when you gotta take a little kid across town because his father's not in his life to get his clothes, then you talk some shit to me. When you go up here, you start down spending some money in the black damn vendor business of MLK, then talk shit to me. Then you could talk shit to me. But your comfortable ass wherever you at, knowing that they're gonna come for Atlanta, the most important city, they are coming for us. If you don't think that Fonnie Willis is not on his goddamn radar, you lost your fucking mind. What you gonna do to protect her? Because you're so busy worried about who she fucking that you can't goddamn get past the sight that she protecting us, because you worried about who she fucking and how she fucking. Nigga, stop. You got problems with black women in damn powerful black position. Instead of saying, let me go protect them best I can, you jealous. Look in the mirror and do your own fucking work. Do your own work. You ain't coming to say shit to me. You know you not. Now, if this had been Rollo up the street or the Nation or the Crips, I might goddamn tone my voice down. I want to see some black college educated men show some balls, say, man, we ain't taking this shit no more. Because Lanier Kenner's son, who I keep thinking about, just got fucked because we didn't vote. Fucked. Kenner's son just got fucked because you didn't get out there. Let me give you a story. I went to a Kamala Harris damn event, Bros and Brew. At least 75 men were there, all women working. We had Isaac Hayes on the panel, great. Have you went to fan base and brought some stock? We had goddamn Jermaine Dupree on the panel, great. He was great. I don't know what happened, but he was great on this panel. They took up volunteer roles for that panel. I had Colette a couple of days later say, how many people showed up at the damn Kamala Harris office to volunteer to just do phone banking? Out of the brothers who came down there, Isaac Hayes was down there and said, bro, y'all really got to get involved. Jermaine Dupree was like, bro, y'all understand how important Atlanta is? 2 showed up. 2. Motherfucker got to drag you down to the office and do 1 hour of phone banking? But you show up for fucking homecoming.
Oh, yeah.
You'll show up for Tuskegee's homecoming. You'll show up for A&T's homecoming, Fitz's homecoming, Tennessee State. But goddamn it, Tennessee State, they about to take all their funding. Y'all know how important Nashville is to us? Our generation. People my age, my dad and his mom left the blueprint. You get mad at other races are doing what they're doing, but you won't fucking do it. And they watch you not do shit. How the fuck Enrico Tarrio tear a BLM flag off a historically black church in a predominantly black town without his head being on a fucking swivel?
And that motherfucker talking about he gonna get retribution. Ain't that some shit?
And he in Liberty City?
He talking about he gonna get retribution for being locked up.
It's
he done lost his damn mind. I swear. He must have forgot that he looked like us.
Yeah, DEI means didn't earn it. What does WEI mean? White, entitled. But I ain't even getting into them. I'm only talking about because all we got to do is do the work. Martin Luther King gave the blueprint. And let me be clear, Martin Luther King wasn't his idea. Bus boycott wasn't his idea. It was a black English professor from Alabama State, female. Say it again, Marion. Do y'all realize how bad it is that the Civil Rights Division, what, y'all just gonna put y'all hands in the sand and think this shit ain't coming down the pipeline? What the fuck is going on? That's why I tell you, Kenneth, I don't want to talk about football. I don't want to talk about scuba diving. I want to talk about what I'm leaving somebody like Leonard Kenneth's son. I don't want to talk about that because I'm ashamed. Marion's generation left us with something. All we had to do was participate and think community.
I don't know, man. I really and truly, I don't know what it takes to get people to participate in the process. I really don't. I'm almost to the point where I'm saying our generation and the next generation, let them deal with it, and we just start working on them grandkids. Because if all of this stuff that's happened over the last few years cannot get you to go out there and participate in the process, the simple part of the process, if this can't help you, if this doesn't convince you to do it, then nothing will.
Wait. Can I add on that? If all of this does not convince the talented 10th to say, I now only can't just participate in my voting, I have to get out here in droves to convince these people who feel like they are not being seen. Kenneth, you have been saying it. I have been saying it since it started. What did we say when it first started? We said what she needs to do. Roland has been saying this. Is she needs to go in those communities where they don't feel like they heard or seen. Remember you said it. Remember she first went down to Albany and South Savannah? You're like, oh, brilliant move.
Yeah.
Because then people don't feel heard or seen. The question is, how are we going to make them feel heard or seen? How did Hancock County, that's, I think, 60% black, go for Donald Trump? What didn't we do? When people say, well, you know what? Let me stop. My wife told me this the other day. My little brother told me this yesterday too. In my vent. You can say I've been vent for a couple of days. Well, Leonard, what's your call to action? Okay. My call to action is first. Need to form groups. Groups of black men need to get together and say, okay, this is what we will tolerate, won't tolerate. We know what our weaknesses are. We know what our strengths are. We need to hold each other accountable. It can't just be about my money and my dollar because it's a community. Your money, your dollar only going to go as far as the community goes. We've seen that now. You're not, just because you think you're comfortable, you're not coming. It don't matter if you're a black doctor, lawyer, whatever. The only people really right now protect right now is if you are an elected official, a senator, or a congressman. And they need to ask to us. Education has to be there. People don't even watch TV qualify. You can turn out to put people in you want. And it's on us to make sure they educate. I agree.
That's why I say you start with the grandkids, the younger generation.
Fear,
because this is
motivator.
The thing that I try to stress to my students that knowledge is key to being successful. And we also need to vote. I stress that to them all the time. We need to vote. We need to vote. Every time I talk about anything dealing with history, I bring up voting. If it's just has a little bit, just a little bit, that I can switch it into something with voting or something that we need to do as a people, I do it. I slip it in there because they need to know. This generation needs, this new generation with their TikTok and all this and all that. They need to understand that this stuff affects them. And I tell them all the time.
They about to find out.
This stuff affects you. Don't think just because it's happening in DC or it happens somewhere else, it's not going to affect you.
Exactly, Don. Yeah, let me touch on that. I heard a brother say this, Don. I heard a brother say what you just said. You know what I asked him? What's the percentage of the population that's trans? What's the percentage of 350 million people that's trans? Couldn't tell me. I said it's less than 1%. Less than 1%. Leave them fucking people alone.
It's not like they did. The crazy thing is they act like they just been here. Like they ain't never been trans people before.
Right. They just want to exist. They just want to exist like you. And trust me, they not coming for your black ass. They not coming to come after your civil rights with your bitch ass feelings about whether they walking down the street holding hands. I don't give a damn. Stop being so goddamn emotional about that. I don't care. They're pushing on my kids. No, they're not. They ain't pushing it no more than your ass walking down the street holding hands because of your biblical beliefs. It ain't affecting your pockets.
Not in the least bit.
If your kid is gay, he's going to be gay. We old enough. You ain't changing that. You better get him a safe space to land. And you right, Don. Because a lot of people saying they pushing this on. Bruh, stop. They here now. And I get it. I get why black women are mad. I understand it. I literally, I had to go back and look at the Montgomery bus boycott. I had to literally do a deep dive and had to literally be like, okay, you know what? She started. Oh, wait, she and Vernon Johns recruited Martin Luther King. She did. Martin Luther King was very lukewarm about boycotting. She printed up 50,000 flyers. She got Alabama State students to pass out those flyers. The backbone of the movement were women. What y'all gonna do? Men. I said this to you before, there are more men raised in the Christian faith than any other religion in the black community. What we gonna do? What you gonna do now? It's here now. And it ain't, and you literally got people going, man, I can't believe you're moving with such speed, Kenneth. Why? What about it you can't believe?
They told you what they was going to do.
Now, as far as, look, I got a lot of empathy for people that they rounding up. Because they just said this morning they rounded up a damn Puerto Rican veteran, decorated vet in one of these ICE things. Y'all voted for it? Yeah, y'all voted for it?
Yeah, they had one. I saw one on the news last night, a guy from where was he from? Oh, the border. In Texas border. And he was saying, he was like, yeah, I voted for Trump because I wanted him to round up his. I was like, motherfucker, do you realize they can come for you too? They don't discriminate. Listen, you're Mexican. You have a Mexican descent. You're a target too. Now they may let you go, but they can put you in cuffs too.
Or they might roll your ass up, say we make a mistake. No, they made a mistake. Operation Wetback caught up hundreds of thousands of Hispanics. But I can't worry about that right now. I I got a community to worry about. The community that set all this up, the community that gave you the opportunity to come over here. That's where I am with it, because that community has always shown it's willing to do the right thing when they get active. I'm saying, prove me wrong. I don't have a problem. Look, I tell people all the time, bro, it ain't got to be my way, but it's got to be a way. I could be a soldier. I could be a man. Kenneth could be soldiers. But black pastors, what y'all doing? What you doing in the pulpit?
I've said this before,
shepherds?
Leonard. I said this before. We need to stop worrying about everybody taking the same path to get to the right destination.
This is where me and Kenneth agree to disagree, because he does say that all the time. I say you have to coalesce around an issue to show people that you have the ability to do it, because this is a perception thing in this generation. And the most powerful propaganda are pictures. I'll give you a prime example. Let me give you a prime example. For me personally, because I can't talk about it. 2 weeks ago, they showed this on Instagram. I don't know if you saw it. They showed this summit that Jamal Bryant had. I love seeing black men get together. And I'm sitting there going, okay, what's the actionable goals? That's what I was saying to myself. Because I just left one. I left a Bros and Beer. I saw the Million Man March. I saw Farrakhan say, hey, look, this is what we need y'all to do. So what's the actionable goals? Like my wife and my brother said, what's the call to action? Like, how about this, Kenneth? When you see a pro team on a losing streak, right? Let's be honest. Like, remember when Detroit was on that losing streak of like 27 straight games? Mm-hmm. And they won that one game and people were tripping about why they celebrated like they celebrated. I said, because you need a win to change your mindset. The win told them that they had broke the streak and they could be winners. And that was the big deal. You need a win. So let me go back. I was saying Jamal Bowman. So Jamal Bowman, and I'm going, what's the actionable thing? 2 months earlier, I saw a guy on Instagram get at least 1,000 people to go down to Atlantic Station. This lady about to lose her business. This lady who has a business that just takes in black sisters and sells their wares in her store. She was about to lose her business. He got 1,000 people to go down there and spend some money. And I thought, that's what you do. Because that's a win. And he showed the economic power of a group of black people to go in and save that woman's business. You showing me black men walk out the door don't mean shit to me. I got an advertising for Win with Black Men. Because Roland's been talking about this. Roland's been talking about having wins. Roland's been saying, what if you get the D9 together? And they say that every quarter we're going to pick out 4 people and we're going to tell our membership to channel your money into those 4 people. He used books. Because you got to have wins. During the Montgomery boycott, from what I read the other day, when Martin Luther King was not confident that he could work, the story goes that she called it anyway, and he went outside in the morning and he saw the buses empty. And Coretta said, that's going to work. That's what made him fully get on board, because he saw people were willing to be uncomfortable. That's why I tell you what I tell you. You got to coalesce around one thing. I don't care if it's Tuskegee. I don't care if it's Morehouse, it's Spelman. You got to say, nah, Target is not going to go against people when they go, no, we ain't going to let Target fall off. We get it. But we're going to show them we're a powerful voting block too. Al Sharpton's talking about it. You got to have a win. Trump is not going anywhere. Wait a minute. Trump is not going anywhere. He proposed an amendment to give. Yeah, he did that.
That was members of the House. A member of the House did that.
From Tennessee.
I can't remember who it was from, but it's a Republican from the House. Now, this is the thing, and I said this last night in reference to that because somebody posted it. The to get an amendment passed or overruled in our Constitution, you have to have 2/3 of a vote. 2/3 in the House in the Senate is 67 votes. 2/3 in the House of Representatives is 279, somewhere around there, something like that. Yeah, somewhere around there. The thing is,
That's a non-starter.
Right. That's not going to happen.
They got a 3-vote majority. But let's keep talking about what we can do. And I don't want to get off this thing without saying, because I made a post by TikTok and black women were coming from, and they're like, well, bro, what you going to do? What's the plan? I had so many people say, well, what's the plan? You, because they thought I was criticizing. I really wasn't criticizing, but they took it as criticism. So they were like, what's the plan? To me, and it doesn't have to be my way, you coalesce around somebody who's trying to protect you and you saying this person's off limits because we're going to put all the money behind it we have to. To me, also, you and I talked about this. We disagreed this. I'm going to use a damn sports analogy. If I just got a bunch of people, let's use basketball. If I just got a bunch of me and you on the team, and we're pretty good guards, and then somebody comes in with 2 6'8" power forwards, they start whooping our ass. At some point, you and I are going to say, I need some 6'8" power, 6'8", 280 power forwards. Who are our 6'8", 280 power forwards that we bringing in? Are we supporting Robert Smith? Are we supporting Dave Stewart out of St. Louis? Are we going to support Robert Johnson? We got to have power forwards financially.
Did you say Robert Johnson?
Rob's still worth about $500 million. He might not be
Robert Johnson from BET.
Yeah, he might not be in the game no more.
Oh no, that fool was a Trump supporter.
Robert Johnson did like every other goddamn black businessman at that level. He started thinking about.
Give a shit.
Can you can't ask me? You can't. Well, you can.
No. When he took his happy ass up there to kiss Donald Trump's nuts. No, I lost all respect for him. I'm sorry. He didn't have to go up there because Robert Johnson didn't have any business that the government that he needed to worry about Donald Trump messing with him with.
How you know?
I know? What business did he have that the government had? They got regulations, everything. What business did we have that we know of? That he may have something else. May have something. There was no need for him to go try his happy ass up there.
You asking me? Let me give you an answer.
Listen, man. I don't give a shit what his business is. He had no reason to go up there.
So let me get this straight. So I'm just curious. We couldn't even coalesce around Cap, right? We won't stick together, divide and conquer. Still, yep, I agree with that. Every business that's at scale,
I don't give a shit.
I'm sorry, you don't give a shit. Don't nobody care that you don't give a shit. They only care if it's effective.
Listen, my whole thing is this. You gotta draw a line in the fucking sand. You got to. Let me ask you something.
Whoa.
Hold on. Listen to this. Have you ever seen Robert Smith go up there?
Wait a minute. Who draws a line?
Have you ever seen Robert Smith? Huh?
Robert Smith has been Robert Smith has been very, very quiet since the IRS. Right.
But have you seen him go to Mar-a-Lago or to the White House to kiss Trump's nuts?
No.
You haven't.
Wait.
And Robert Smith is worth more than Robert Johnson.
Okay, let me give you
why would Robert Johnson go up there?
Let me give you a flip side to the coin. Can I give you a flip side of the coin? When you start saying drawing lines in the sand strategically, you're a military guy. Have you seen the ADL come out ferociously against Elon Musk for that Nazi salute?
Oh, no. And I don't give a shit.
Wait. But the Jewish Defense League did. So what they do is they playing both sides of the coin. Because in administration,
care.
okay, that's fine. You can care. I'm not. again.
The thing
There
is
you
the
go. There you
thing
go.
is the opposite
I'm
is
not
this.
asking you about.
Hold on, and then let's go
I don't give
to
a fuck
another
about your feelings.
level.
I want to know what's the fact.
Let's go to another. Oh yeah, okay. Well, I told you
Go
what I
for it.
think. I don't care. Ain't got to
All
be
right,
my
go.
feelings. I don't care. I don't give a shit. There's no reason for him to go.
Understand on
But
purpose.
let's flip it to something that's going on now. Snoop, Nelly, Rick Ross, who else? There was somebody else, another
Snoop, Nelly, Rick Ross, Soldier Boy.
Took their performing that at Trump shit. Now, we know it ain't for money. At least in Snoop's case. Now I don't know about the other three, but in Snoop's case, it ain't about money. Because Snoop is selling everything from damn fire pits to T-Mobile to all other shit. Snoop, if he's hurting for money, he has some bad, seriously horrible money management skills. Because Snoop is everywhere.
Not according to Kenneth. You and Mary can argue with that.
What? Nah, fuck that. If I'm hugging a motherfucker, I'm stabbing him in the back. If I'm married, if I'm hugging Donald Trump, I'm stabbing that bitch in the back. Okay? Or putting a target on his back. I don't know. No, you will never ever see, and I'm serious as a heart attack. You will never ever see somebody like me.
What do you say?
Maybe you say somebody. You would never say you. I will never run ever. No matter how rich I get, no matter how many companies I get, and in the next 60 years, because I plan on being around here for another 60 years. Anyway, I will never ever kiss anybody's ass like Trump. Never.
What do you tell?
Hell, I don't even kiss nobody's ass like Leonard. I don't do that.
What are you telling those soldiers whose world just flipped yesterday as they start seeing this little, like you and I dealt with all our lives, this little microaggression shit? What do you tell them?
What do I tell them? Yeah, well, they don't have a choice. They don't have a choice but to follow lawful orders. They have no choice but to follow lawful orders. Now, my thing is this. If you're in the military, you have to follow lawful orders. If you don't, you can be court-martialed, so on and so forth. We already know that. So these young men and women who are in there now are going to have to deal with a whole bunch of bullshit that they shouldn't have to deal with. But they're going to have to deal with it because that is their job. They swore an oath, and if they don't follow their job, don't do their job, they're going to be court-martialed, and that's not what we need for them to do.
So, with that in mind,
having said that ain't got nothing to do with them going up and hugging Trump and kissing his nuts.
Kenneth, it's the same principle. You talking about?
It is not the same principle. It is not. One of them you have a duty to do it because you took an oath to the Constitution to do what the President of the United States says, as long as it's lawful, to follow lawful orders. That's the oath you take.
Are you telling me as a former soldier? Are you telling me as a former soldier? I'm asking that there's not politics in the military. I
didn't say it wasn't. So what I'm saying is that the point I'm trying to make is this: you have to follow orders. You have to follow orders. Okay. Now that doesn't mean now if the president comes up to you, whatever, you shake his hand, yeah, whatever. That's my job. I have to do that because I can get in trouble if I don't. But you marching your happy ass, getting on your plane, and spending your gas money to go see Donald Trump at the White House or down in Mar-a-Lago, that's some different shit, man. That's a totally different thing. That's a voluntary thing.
Okay, so I got a question for you. I'm going way off on a limb, so y'all bear with me here. Because we like to say what you just said, and we like to think our heroes wouldn't do that. In the Rumble in the Jungle with Muhammad Ali and George Foreman, the dictator of Zaire had just killed 5 years earlier Patrice Lumumba, the first democratically elected person in the Congo. Was Muhammad Ali wrong for taking $5 million to go fight at the Rumble in the Jungle? Because his whole principle was what's right. Was he wrong? Or did he think he could have more of a fact? It's when you start saying
hold on.
when you
No,
start
it's
saying
not.
no,
It's
no, you
not.
talking
Man,
about
it's
that.
not.
No,
That's not the same thing.
stop.
First of
Stop.
all, wasn't that right after Muhammad Ali just got out of being broke for so many years?
Oh, so you broke is cool.
No. I'm saying this. You first of all, you comparing apples and oranges. That's two totally different things.
Tell me how.
And we're talking about two different times. We're talking a billionaire or a multi-millionaire going to kiss Trump's ass is totally different.
If I'm a
than Muhammad
billionaire,
Ali.
wait.
Muhammad Ali, first of all, if we're gonna go historical stuff, we're gonna do that. Let's deal with the fact that Muhammad Ali wasn't making any money for years. He was barely living.
I agree.
And somebody offers you $5 million, and you're like, damn, I ain't got no money. I got all these people to take care of and all this and all that.
I agree.
Maybe I'll go ahead and do that.
I agree. Now let me add to that. Wait. Stand on that same line of reasoning. Just that line. I'm Jeff Bezos.
I don't give a shit about no Sun Tzu.
No, don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Stay on the same line. Don't do that. You want to?
I'm just responding to Marius.
No. If I'm Jeff Bezos, and
I didn't say Jeff Bezos. I said Robert Johnson. I did not talk about no Jeff Bezos. I said Robert Johnson. That's who I said.
Are you finished?
I'm talking about black people. I'm not talking about Jeff Bezos.
Robert Johnson is a businessman. I'm talking about the business.
I don't care.
I know you don't care, but shut up. Let me finish. Because if Robert Johnson has 3,000 black employees, and those 3,000 black employees depend on him keeping their jobs, and by not going to see his enemy, quote unquote, he may have to lay off 1,500 of them. He might have to lay off 1,500 of them because he may have done. I guarantee you, he got some government contracts. He may have, and we're not talking. I'm just using Robert Johnson as an example. I could just change. Let's change the name, Robert Smith. I got 1,500 employees that I might have to lay off if I don't go do this and get my pride out of the way, because I can't afford to lose that contract, because that contract is paying for their salaries. Does he go? Or does he fire the employees? Kenneth, you got the business. Do you go? It's your business.
No.
You fired the 1,500.
And I'm not going to fire anybody. If we going to, listen, if we going to go down, if I'm going to go down, I'm going to go down not kissing their ass. And I'm sorry, man. I don't agree with that shit. You're a business owner. I'm not.
I respect that.
You're a business owner. I'm not. I don't have a business. I don't have a business. But I'll say this. My principles are a whole lot more important to me than whether or not I lose a government contract. Because one thing I do know, those contracts will come back. They will come back. This motherfucker is only going to be in office for 4 years. That's if he make it that damn long.
You're right.
Those contracts will come back. If I do what I'm supposed to do, those contracts will come back.
You're right. Now, what? Let me tell you what you're right about. You're right
that I'm not a businessman.
You're right that you don't own a business.
I know.
Because those are the decisions that those people have to make. And I've been saying this to you for a while. You and I keep butting heads on this. I've been saying this to you for a while. I think Marion will agree with me. Maybe Don will agree with me. When you ask people to make sacrifices, you have to show them that you're willing to support their sacrifices.
Okay.
You have to give them some incentive to make that sacrifice. And you have to give them some incentive. You have to say the Fearless Fund, the lady for the Fearless Fund, last June was telling us this. The young black woman the one with Keisha Knight Pullman, she was telling us this, and she was going across the country going, do y'all understand what's about to happen? And what she really was saying was, I don't need your fucking thoughts and prayers. I need my people to help me do this because I'm putting money back in the community. But I want to keep my lifestyle too. I want to go to the Turks and Caicos. I want a vacation, but I'm doing that while I'm doing this. If you want Rob Smith, I've been saying this to Morehouse Brothers since he paid off that debt. I've been saying to my friends from Morehouse, bro, why aren't we paying him that money back so that he can do it again? It's way more of us. Wait.
What? Or better yet, why don't y'all come up with a fund to pay off those student loans for those kids?
Exactly. And we right back at the same topic we started this conversation off of. We are the capital market for our people. But you asking people who will work their asses off to build these foundations and make this money. People always talk about Tyler Perry. I don't talk about Tyler Perry. Because until you tell me you paid for Whitney's funeral, until you tell me that you just gave $2 million to the fire out in California, until you tell me he can make all the goddamn raunchy movies he make, because y'all watching them. Y'all watch everybody else raunchy ass movies. I want Tyler to be a multi-billionaire. Because Tyler has shown that, yeah, he might own an island in the Bahamas, but he gives some of his money back. I want Tyler to do it. I ain't going around telling shit, he made enough money. I ain't about to give him no more money. Shit me. I need a 6'8", 280 power forward on my team because they got 5 of them over there. 100. I got 2. And that's where the call of action comes in for us. Because I got to be at a City Hall to be at a orientation, Kenneth, that I'm late for. I tell them I'm doing my show today. I got to be there by 11:15, so I'm about to get off the plane. Call of action is, man, find some businesses. Find some business. Let me say this, Kenneth. Find some business. I want to talk about. I'm sorry. I'm going to stay here a little long. Find some businesses. Let's coalesce around to show them we can get a win. I asked a Morehouse page with 8,000 people on it yesterday. This girl came on and said, I'm going to be one of the affected vendors. She's a Spelman grad. Because I'm only doing what I'm doing right now because people always got to see what you're doing before they take a step and do shit. She's a Spelman grad. She jumped on this thing. They talked about it. She said, I'm one of those vendors. I immediately jumped on and brought a product from her, $23 and give it to Colette. I encouraged everybody else on that page bitching about it. Jump on her damn page and go and give her some money. Make her rich.
That's it. Simple as that.
Simple as that. Stop talking shit. Get off the goddamn computer.
Well, we need to be on the computer to watch us.
You know what I'm talking about.
Before you go, listen. Hold on.
You got the last 2 minutes.
See, you talk for 57, I get 3. And it's some shit. That's why I like being on here by my goddamn self. Anyway, so this is something I need this in all seriousness. Yesterday, I had a colonoscopy. And, I put on Facebook all the stuff I was going through. And if you have not had a colonoscopy and you in your late 40s and older, you need to go get one. And it's not that deep, actually. The only hard part is the drinking that stuff before you go in there. That's the hard part. The easy part is the procedure. I mean, shit, you go in, they put you in anesthesia. Next thing you know, you waking up and they tell you to get your ass out the door. That's exactly what happened to me. Gone. It's time to go. That's what happened to me. But in all seriousness, we need to make sure we take care of our health. That's something we need to do. We need to actually start being more proactive with our health. I have you said go lightly. Okay, man, you got jokes. You had this shit too. I have a few health issues over the years. Some related to my time in the military, some car accidents, due to car accidents. Others due to me just being greedy and not eating the shit that I'm supposed to eat and exercising. That's really all it is. But we need to be more proactive in having a healthier lifestyle, making ourselves more healthy. Harriet comes on with me, says something when I make comments about my health. She always comes on, and Harriet's a nurse. She always comes on and encourages me to do this or say this or do that. And all
nice that. About it too, because I ain't nice about it. Get your ass out and go walking, motherfucker.
Motherfucker, I did. Yeah, I walked twice. I did over 10 miles last week.
Ben had a
plus. I did 70 laps in the pool.
Just can't be nice to y'all, man. Y'all gotta like coaching.
See what I'm saying? I'm trying to have a moment of clarity and be and talk to the people, encouraging them. And this.
I'm talking to you like I'm Coach Pringle.
That's why I don't like light-skinned people.
I'm Coach Pringle. Lively. Lively. You know you should have been out there walking, Lively.
Yeah.
You know Lively. You know that, right, Lively? So don't come on here complaining about it when you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, Lively. Now go and run them suicides.
Can I finish my point? See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I like being on here by my damn self. I can say what I want to say without interruption from loudmouth, light-skinned folk. Anyway, y'all need to take care of yourself for real. In all seriousness, please take care of yourself because I don't know the results. Well, kind of sort of know the results of. They found 2 polyps in my colon. Now, that don't mean nothing. It could be nothing. I don't know. But until they test it, whatever. But at least I know they took something out. And it's going to get tested. So please stay on top of your health. Eat as healthy as possible if you can, y'all. Please eat as healthy as possible. Exercise more because the sins we did in our 20s and 30s are coming back to haunt us in the 40s and 50s and older. Believe me, that's what's coming back to haunt me. Stuff that happened to me or that I did when I was younger. So now I'm paying for it. So please take care of yourself, because especially you, Leonard, because I need somebody to argue with over irrelevant points about who went to kiss Donald Trump nuts in the White House and whether it was justified. But having said that, Leonard's got to go to a meeting.
Can I say this? Can I say this?
No. What you gonna say now? So disrespectful.
Look, my catalyst this morning was Leonard, Kenneth's son. I don't know why that was my catalyst. I don't even know why I had such a visceral reaction to it, because I understand that we have just been set back, and kids like him are not going to have the same opportunities that me and Kenneth had. The time for talking is over. Black men, educated Black men, more importantly, who have been, some of y'all say, I ain't been sitting on the sidelines. I'm telling you that just voting is not going to do it. And whatever we did wasn't enough, because the results speak for themselves. The results speak for themselves. The gutting of the Civil Rights Division is a huge, monumental setback. The time for talk is over. You need to form your groups and connect with other groups to say, who are we supporting? How do we funnel them money? You need to be in your pastor's ass if this church is the last structure, institution in the neighborhood. You need to ask them, are you just protecting your fiefdoms? But as my wife would say, but you got to join church too, because I'm so resistant to that. The call of action is to get out there and do the work, to call your friends on their shit, to call your frat brothers on their shit. Y'all already got the structure. I'm not even worried about what you do to me, because you ain't showing there's nothing you can do. That's nuts. I should be worried. It is time for us to lead. There is no more excuses. We are here. The barbarians are at the gate. This is your St. Petersburg in World War II. The Germans are at the fucking gate. Seriously. Because now you got folks doing this. And he thinks that there is no consequence because we are just that nice. No one's telling you to go out and start shit, but you can do what Martin said, which is remove yourselves and remove your money. I said on the Morehouse page yesterday, everybody should be in Costco this weekend. Everybody, because Costco overwhelmingly shareholders said, we're not doing that. It's good for business. Everybody should be in there buying a pack of Oreos. Everybody should be at your local black vendor. Everybody should really say, I'm going to get uncomfortable.
I just thought
that's all I got.
Have a Costco call.
Huh? Go get you one. Tell your friends, go get you one. They might change, it might not, but at least they not change right now. Give them a reason not to change. Give them a reason not to change. Just doing the right thing ain't just going to work right now. It's capitalism. But I'm supposed to be somewhere. Kenneth, I'll talk to you later. I'm still irritated you didn't tell me about them 2 pilots, but I'll take that with you privately.
I just did.
You know what the fuck I mean.
I ain't tell nobody. I didn't tell anybody about it. This is the first time I mentioned it to somebody.
Hey,
so don't feel disrespected.
We appreciate y'all joining us today. We're going to ignore what he's saying. Appreciate y'all joining us today. It was a great conversation. We'll see you next week. We might do something in the middle of the week if I can get him on time. We're not going to stop this conversation. We're going to keep talking about it. And I'm going to talk to him about doing another show. We're going to do our part. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but me and Kenneth are going to do our part. Peace. Say bye, man.
Deuces.